Hi, Bridget. I'm going to give you some feedback on your excellent project. I have listened to your video and I've played with this a little bit, but I want to show you my experiences with it. And but I'll make before I do that, I do need I need a self-assessment as requested. I think at the bottom of lesson 10, if you see the instructions there, a self-assessment on this. The video is great and it shows me what's going on, but it doesn't give me an idea of the learning goals you reached and all the challenges, how you would improve, all those good things, which tools you used and how you use them. You kind of explained that in the video. I know that's a bit of a pain, but it is part of the assessment and the reflection. And so I see this as sort of an A plus with the self-assessment. I would see it as an A plus. And I hope you don't stop listening because once people get grades, right, that's it. I also need your self-assessment. Maybe you think that you should get an A minus, and so we'd have to work that out. So what is Gen AI? Now that's interesting. If I click on that, and oh, I see. Great. So the one thing uh, that would need explaining here, I think, is that and I would think you need a slide, is in this presentation, you actually, if you click on a link, you'll automatically be put into a chatbot, uh, and you can use it. Um, I You and I understand that the person who's new to this wouldn't, and so that's important for them to understand that aspect. So if I move along here, this toolkit side-by-side examples, a prompt bank, ready-to-use classrooms, reflection prompts, and this is lovely. You might put emphasis on these things to make them jump out, but this maybe that goes uh, before here in saying some explanation of going into these tools directly, because as I say, they won't understand that. If I had done this with you before you come in here, you probably wouldn't have got that. Lesson brainstorm, that's interesting. So without AI, theme rain, um, right. So these are, and then try it in Chat GPT. That actually is very clear, so that'll help. So this is good to the comparison. I love these ideas here. You can go in here now, copy and paste this prompt. Now let's see with the circle ideas. Try this prompt. Here you might say, click on this prompt to go directly to Chat GPT, something like that, so they know, oh, okay, this is open. And then click this prompt to go to wherever you go. I don't know where you're going to ChatGPT again. Okay, you could have gone to maybe Gemini. It's hard to know. And then we move here. I know you showed me some of these things, so you know, well, that's interesting. That one, but the problem solving one, that doesn't work, just so you know. So I think this is lovely. You've got this. Now, the one, if I had a suggestion, it would be to actually make the prompts better. Um, so generate a math story that uses snacks or blocks for whom, um, and is it what grade? You also might talk about you're an expert in kindergarten, um, and specifically designing math problem stories. Um, how long is this story going to be? What's the format? So I love that they automatically go into that, but you're almost encouraging them to use simpler prompts, and you want to maybe well, not I'm not maybe I think you should probably use more elaborate prompts, not crazy long, but copy these prompts and paste them into the to personalize them. Create a story for that supports the something frame. That's great. But for example, create an art project with what you know, and they're going to get frustrated because the first art project is, usually what the strategy is to do generate five of these so that we can kind of look at that. And the frustration with these kinds of prompts is that they're too general, and then people will be going back and forth, and then they'll get discouraged. Don't get me wrong. I love the way you've done this. This is how I would improve it. So we've got problem solving, innovating. Where could you go to create inquiry prompts with your students? That's so general. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I do this, you can create inquiries by space by thinking physical whiteboards, chartboards. Um, is that's all it comes with? Oh, it's coming up here. Informal field trips, community inquiry workshops, because you haven't said for, you know, K to 2 students, for example. So love this. This is good that you've got this, these, which is important. Um, and then you have these, asks you to story about your class and generates one using, what's the next step? Edit. Yeah. Okay. So fine. Um, you probably would have, I think, a more extensive, uh, list of questions to kind of test them. The other thing is, don't make this underline, right? And this is a common mistake because people are going to think that it's a link. So, and then yeah, and then I love this idea, but I don't like the idea that it's a PDF, and it actually isn't a PDF. I don't think. It looks like it's, oh, and it says request edit access. If you on the link go here just to help you, and you change this to copy, um, I can now make a copy of that document. Um, and now I have a copy, right? Because otherwise I didn't have edit access. And really, what you should say here is not a PDF, it's a Google Doc. So people have links. I think this is a wonderful project. I love the way you've decided to organize it because I think that's excellent. I like the chat, the automatic sort of links, which is new. I didn't realize you could do that. So I think that's pretty special. And it's visually quite appealing. You consider it's structured in a strong base of kindergarten. I believe it's kindergarten. Yeah, well, kindergarten. It's kindergarten, and you've got the four areas, which is great. So this is going to be, teachers are going to like this. And you've seen my suggestions, so very well done.